Well, looks like bots just couldn't get it together.
It seems that way. You know, Apollo took hold of the center early on, and bots made some valiant attempts to try and take it over, but in the end just couldn't deliver.
All right, so let's now break it down, beginning with the analysis of the game stats, which, by the way, is a function of Command & Conquer 3 that all players can enjoy. So let's take a look now.
All right, let's start by looking at the resource graph. I mean, this is really important. You can see here at about the 4-minute mark, that's where Apollo's economy really starts to pull ahead of Pillbots, and that's really what won him the game over the long term.
So when you move over to the structures chart, you can see a few different things. First of all, you can see that at the 4-minute mark, this is when the battle really goes south for Pillbots, but he still holds in. Looking along this flat line, you can see that he did a great job of keeping his base together even though he was at a deficit on resources and was getting attacked constantly.
And taking a look at the units graph, there are a couple interesting things to take note of. First of all, again, at the 4-minute mark, this is where Pillbots first tried to attack Apollo's second base and wasn't really able to succeed. And then if we look a little further, about the 9-10 minute mark, this is when Apollo really stuck it to Pillbots. This is when he built up his massive force, threw it at Pillbots' base, and really sort of won the game.
Right here in the middle, though, there's a little bit of a telling stat. Right in the center, it looks like Pillbots is pulling ahead in units. That's because he was not giving up the fight. He was doing a good job of keeping units on the field, repelling attacks on his base, and he did a great job of staying in the fight long after he lost the center.
And considering that, you know, the game really started to unravel for Pillbots, between about the 5 and 10 minute mark, he hung in there for a really long time.
And guys, do you think there was a key turning point in this match?
Well, it looks to me like the key turning point came when Pillbots tried to dislodge Apollo right at the very beginning of the match, and he was repelled not once but twice. From there, it was kind of all downhill.
Well, that leads us to our play of the match. Gentlemen, what's the verdict?
I'd have to give the play of the match to Apollo for his final assault on Pillbots' base. He just threw everything and the kitchen sink at Pillbots. He had mammoth tanks, he had zone troopers, he was calling in shockwave artillery, he was calling in reinforcements, he had snipers. I mean, he threw everything he had and Pillbots just couldn't handle it.
Congrats to Apollo for winning the match and for the play of the game. And thanks to Jason Bender and Greg Black for their excellent analysis.
Thanks for having us.
See you next time.
And Kane, what did you think of the outcome of today's match between GDI versus Nod?
Oh, we shall have our vengeance. GDI will be ground beneath the heel of the Brotherhood. I cannot be destroyed! I am immortal! Alright, peace to power, kids. I'm out of here.
Kane, is there any way I can become part of the Brotherhood? He's gone.
Well, that brings us to the end of our first show, and what a show it was.
I'll say, big news about the new expansion pack, big battle action with tonight's matchup of C&C Titans.
And of course, the biggest of stars with Joe Kukin himself here in the studio, dropping by for a visit.
Remember, BattleCast Primetime is your source for official news on the downloadable BattleCast viewer and the new expansion pack. So check back next time for more details.
And don't forget to BattleCast your next match for a shot to be featured here on BattleCast Primetime. For Raj Joshi, I'm David Silverman, and we'll see you on the battlefield. Good job, Raj.